What if leaving Earth wasn't just a journey, but a commitment that lasts hundreds of years? Imagine being born inside a spacecraft. You live your entire life there, and then you die there. You never see Earth. You never see the destination. Your entire existence is inside a metal world floating through the darkness of space. This isn't science fiction anymore. Engineers and architects are already asking a terrifying question. Can humanity survive a journey between the stars? Let's start with the distance. The closest potentially habitable planet we know, Proxima Centauri b, is about 4 light-years away. That might sound close, but with our current understanding of physics, it's unimaginably far. Even if we could travel at 10% the speed of light, it would still take over 40 years just to get there. And for more promising systems, like TRAPPIST-1, we're talking hundreds, even thousands of years. So instead of sending astronauts, we would have to send entire generations, a self-contained civilization, a world inside a ship. But building a spaceship like this is not just an engineering challenge, it's something much bigger. You're not designing a vehicle, you're designing a society that must survive in total isolation for centuries. First problem, gravity. In zero gravity, the human body slowly breaks down. Bones lose density, muscles weaken, even eyesight can be damaged. To solve this, the ship must rotate to simulate gravity. But that means the ship needs to be massive, hundreds of meters wide at least. Already, we're not talking about a spacecraft anymore. We're talking about a moving city. Then there's radiation. Space is filled with deadly cosmic radiation. Without protection, it would slowly kill everyone on board. So the ship needs thick shielding, or even better, it could be built inside an asteroid. A natural shell of rock protecting the people inside. And then comes the biggest challenge of all, sustainability. There's no resupply, no rescue mission. Every drop of water, every breath of air, every piece of food must be recycled. Forever. A perfect closed-loop system. One small failure could mean the end of everything. But even if we solve all of that, there's still one question left. Why would people continue the mission? Think about it. Generation 1 leaves Earth with a clear purpose. But what about Generation 12? They were born on the ship. They didn't choose this mission. They will never see Earth. They might never see the destination. So why should they care? This is where things get deeply human. Because history shows us something important. People forget. Over time, meaning fades, purpose weakens, and eventually, systems collapse. Some designs try to solve this with structure. One concept divides the ship into multiple independent habitats.
To work anywhere.
Each one is like a separate world. If one fails, it can be sealed off to protect the others. It's survival through redundancy. Other designs take a completely different approach. Instead of separation, they create a single continuous world, a shared environment where everyone lives together. But this creates risk, because when conflicts happens, it spreads. And in a closed society, conflict is inevitable. So how to prevent collapse? Some propose something radical. A system of memory. Not just data, not just history books, but living memory. Imagine this, an advanced AI that can simulate consequences. It doesn't make decisions, it only shows outcomes. If a choice could save the ship, but cost thousands of lives, it tells you. If another choice protects people, but risks total failure, it shows that too. Then there's human leadership, a council elected by each generation, making decisions in real time. And finally, a third group, elders who choose to enter hibernation, preserving their lived experience
And there's
experience,
still that shared
so that one
memory
day
of what
future
crisis would be
generations
like.
can
But
wake them up
over
and
a
ask,
250-year
what happened last time
journey,
everything
that cycle
almost fell
will
apart?
repeat.
Because
Residential on the
data
sides
can tell you
and
what
community
happened,
space
but
in the
only
middle. And it's
people can
this
tell you what it
space
felt
that can
like.
be reconfigured.
And maybe
In
that's
fact,
the key.
according to the designers,
Because
each
at the end
neighborhood
of the day,
acquires a
this
distinct
isn't
character
just about
that the
survival.
residents will often
It's about
travel
identity.
to other neighborhoods for
What
vacation.
makes us human?
And even do.
Is it where we're from? Or is it what we do together? Imagine a ritual, something small, something repeated generation after generation. Maybe every week people gather, they share food, they tell stories, not because they have to, but because that's what everyone has always done. Over time, that ritual becomes culture, and that culture becomes identity. So even if the original mission fades, the people don't stop, because continuing the mission is no longer a choice, it's who they are. And maybe that's the only way a civilization can survive 400 years in the emptiness of space. So can humans really leave Earth? Technically, maybe. But the real question is not about engines or physics or technology. It's about us. Can we carry meaning across generations? Can we build a society that doesn't forget why it exists? Because if we can't, then no matter how far we travel, we may never truly leave Earth behind.